The organizers of this event, and we're very happy to be here in collaboration with the Service Employees International Union, which represents the workers inside, and with people who have relatives in various long-term care centers. This is a scandal. This is an outrage. The death toll here reveals in all of its ugliness the core values of the capitalist system. It puts profit before people, and it lies about it systematically. I have in front of me the editorial from the Toronto Star that was published yesterday on Friday. And the editorial is headlined, "No Time to Lose in Protecting Seniors." While it commends the government for firing Rod Phillips as the finance minister because he left the country on a vacation during this pandemic time period. But we need more serious action than that. Why haven't they, in fact, fired the managers, the CEOs of the corporations that have been reaping millions, tens of millions of dollars in profits during this critical time? Why haven't they brought long-term care into the public health care system? That's the question that everyone has to ask and needs to hear an answer. The Star says the government should fire Dr. Mary Fullerton, the minister in charge of long-term care. But what do you think the result of that would be? The appointment of another minister guided by the same values of the Tory government that deregulated the long-term care sector.
That's right.
And that allowed Mike Harris onto the executive board as CEO at Chartwell.
Shame!
It's absurd. It's absurd to the point of being totally ridiculous. That the best that the liberal corporate elite can do is ask to replace one negligent minister with another one guided by the same values. Of course, it would be beneficial to bring in emergency forces, those who are trained in the Canadian Forces in medical care, but this is a bandage at the very, very best. What we need is to bring long-term care into the public health care system. What we need is to value the lives of seniors. What we need is to take profit out of health care. That's the urgency that we in this demonstration are here to demand. Long-term care must be public service care, must be in the public sector. And we call for nationalization of long-term care, which is what this sign clearly expresses. Okay, the microphone is available. Rod, go ahead.
Okay, thank you, Barry. So yeah, we are going to move on. Our next speaker is going to be a candidate in the Ward 22 municipal race. I'd like to call upon Daniel Treyas. Please come forward, Daniel.
Yeah, good afternoon, everybody. I am a candidate in Ward 22, but I'm not here as such today. You just make sure the little one there is not listening. What's going on here is pure bullshit.
Yes.
I have a 66-year-old mother and a 93-year-old grandmother, and I can tell you right now, if this was happening to them, this conversation wouldn't be happening right now. The other night I was watching what was happening in here, and as people have spoken today, there is 50-something people now dead, and I have to admit, man, it's been a long time since I cried, but this made me cry. People not getting food, people not getting the basic human rights, where most of them are at the end of their life. Again, I hope his ears are plugged, but pure bullshit. So the last conversation I had with Mr. Trudeau was in 2014, and the last conversation I had was with Doug in 2015. I hope every one of those cameras are on, because I'm telling you right now, as a candidate for Ward 22, I will do what's best for this community. But with this bullshit going on in here, I will be the biggest thorn in Doug Ford's side. I will be the biggest thorn in Trudeau's side. Yes. I'm telling you right now, I am personally calling on both of them. I'm looking into that phone right there, since that seems to be the only camera on right now. I'm calling on you, Doug, and I'm calling on you, Justin, not only to send in the army, get rid of this get rid of this board that is letting people die over money. If you can do that for us, I will walk in that building today and serve these people their meals for the next week. Get us help here now. No excuse, no bullshit. If you don't, I'm going to be the biggest thorn in your side that you've ever seen. Thank you guys for being here today, and we need to help these people.
Yeah.
Please.
Solidarity. You want me to speak? I can speak.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to allow one final candidate from the race to come up and speak. I'd like to welcome Jimmy Dagger, candidate for Ward 22. Take it away, Jimmy.
Hello, thank you for having me. I am one of the candidates for Ward 22 City Councilor for Scarborough Region Court. It's outrageous what's happening right now. 52 souls have died in TLC alone. In Taiwan, that number is only 7 people in the entire country. Close to 30 million people live in Taiwan. Only 7 have died. Almost 8 times the amount of people have been criminally neglected in TLC. There's so many things that can be done. Nationalized healthcare, nationalized long-term care is clearly the most logical option. It's so easily done. From a municipal level, you can easily increase taxes on vacant housing units. Our city is being sold to international developers and international investors. We need to tax them and increase our tax base to allow this nationalization of our long-term care. That is all I need to say, because this is a very logical solution, and that is something I would push at the municipal level. Vacancy taxes on units that are not being rented out for affordable housing, and these tax dollars can easily fund nationalized healthcare and nationalized long-term care. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jimmy. Now, actually, we're going to be lucky enough to have one last
one more candidate.
from Ward 22 come and speak to us. His name is Rocco Ashampong. There he is right there. Go ahead, Rocco, when you get here.
Welcome, Rocco.
Guys, I didn't come here as a candidate. I've just been listening to people talk about what's happening at Tendercare. I met one person in our ward that was really concerned about not being able to access his mother. And I just, I do have to say that it's a bit shameful on our part to have allowed for us to get to this point, to the extent that we now have to shout nationalized healthcare when public healthcare is the law. We got to this point where the government of Ontario has literally passed the Supporting Ontario Recovery Act and said we will not, these group of people, those in long-term healthcare, shall be the only people distinguished from the average Ontarian that will not be permitted to sue for wrongful death or negligence. Think about that.
Shame.
They are the only group of people that cannot seek redress in court. And that is why I have said in the next 2 weeks, and in 2018, when the government was cutting city council, I challenged them and I won in court, and all hell broke loose. I am going to challenge them in court again in 2 weeks. I am going to take the Supporting Ontario Recovery Act to court, and I am going to make sure that people can sue for negligence and seek redress and answers for their loved ones. It's not time for politics. It's not time for a campaign. It is time to simply say we are human. We are in this together. We have always been in this together, and if we can allow it to happen to one person, it will happen to us one day. So thank you. I'm not going to take too long. Thank you for the moment to stand up here and address you guys. God bless you. God bless the work you're doing, and keep it up. Let's keep up the pressure. It's not going to stop. Okay. Good work, brother. Good work.
Thank you.
All right. One final speaker. Julius Arscott, Executive Board Member, OPSU, Region 5. Please come forward, Julius.
Great.
Thank you, Rob. Thank you, Rob, and thank you to all the speakers and the organizers of today's event. My name is Julius Arscott. I'm an alternate executive board member for the Ontario Public Service Employees Union, and I'm here today to bring solidarity. We have many healthcare workers in my union, and many of them have faced many similar struggles to the people who work in this building. But we all have to do a lot more than what we've done, haven't we? The labor movement really does need to step up and challenge the status quo in a way that we haven't for a very long time. In a very long time. My own grandmother is is in a long-term care facility here in Scarborough. She just turned 100. Actually, she's going to turn 101 next month. She was diagnosed with COVID-19 early on, and she was one of the very, very lucky who caught COVID-19 at that age and survived. But the experience that she's had and that she's described others having in these facilities is absolutely atrocious. It's absolutely atrocious. From lockdown to the clothing that they need to wear, to not being bathed regularly, having to live in their own filth. It's absolutely disgusting that these conditions have been allowed to continue. The only solution, and it has been brought up several times, is to nationalize long-term care. It is the only solution. We must get profit out of healthcare. And many folks before us knew that. That's why we have a healthcare system today. They knew that profit was a major problem. That we could not have profit as part of such an essential service as our healthcare. And so when I hear these laws being passed where basically the judiciary protects the owners and stakeholders in these facilities, it's criminal. It's absolutely criminal.
Long-term crime.
It's a long-term crime, and it needs to end. So I'm going to stop with that. Solidarity with SEIU, sisters and brothers, comrades, and let's all step it up. Let's make this the beginning of something much bigger. Thank you.
Great job, brother. Great job.
Thank you.
Great job, brother.
Well, again, I just want to let you know how honored I am to stand with all you here today. Mel, maybe say something nice. Oh, Mel. Yeah, please come forward, Mel. What's your last name again? Mel Zimmerman. We'd like to address us.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. You got to speak right into it.
We must forget that federal government is just as involved. This problem is not only a problem of Ontario. It's all over the country. There are seniors that are dying and just for profit. We can't let anybody off the hook. So let's keep that in mind. We have to put the pressure on the federal as well as the provincial governments. Old people's lives matter. And slogan I'm on. Old people's lives matter.
Thank you, Jim.
All right.
My name's Peter DeGamma. I'm a member of Acorn and former executive of the NDP Riding Association. COVID-19, this year's been out in the tragedy and seniors living in hospitals. COVID-19 is not the cause. It has exposed the dereliction of duty that our government have shown. We have had 30 years of cuts in services, cuts in aid, cuts in staff, and all this has led to the problem that we see today in long-term care. I'm from Etobicoke, and there's another long-term care facility.
West side.
That's right. I saw it. It's in Canada. Over 40 people have died there because of neglect. And the government protecting the executive and giving Montero an order of Canada is shameful. Now, West Lodge is owned by a group called Rivera.
Yes.
And Rivera is owned, I believe, by Tendercare Pension Fund. So if you want to nationalize, we should nationalize Rivera and make it and bring it under the public health care system. All are the ones to blame. The CEOs, many just sit in jail taking these properties.
Okay, I was going to wrap it up, but we have a special treat. Calvin is a family member, and he has his mother in this place right now. Now we must hear what he has to say. Please come forward.
Welcome.
Calvin.
Welcome.
We're here for you, Calvin.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, I wonder, as I wonder what the government been learned in the first week. All right, so it happened barely in a lot of nursing homes. So how can they let this thing happen again? I believe they never learned it, first thing, and the response of the government of three level, or even the Scarborough hospital organization. They should, when they lost control, they should like get something, like step in a week earlier than they would just did. Like it started on December of the 9th. So December the 15th, they should probably step in right away, not the 25th. That 10-day period, how many people died from there already? Now the numbers keep climbing every day, right?
Shame.
But what the government done? I know they did a lot of upward in the last 10 days, but it's still too late. They got to learn from it again, and hopefully all the long-term severity, like it happened, they could be respond quick and fast. Let the thing under control. My mom, luckily, it was doing well in there, but not all of them lucky like my mom or like myself. I hope the government learn from that and save more life. Every life matters. Thank you.
Thank you. Solidarity. Solidarity. Seniors before profit.
Seniors' lives before profits.
Seniors' lives before profit. Seniors' lives before profit. Seniors' lives before profit.
Okay, it's a cold day, my feet are wet, and I think most of us feel that our work here is done for now. Hopefully, we don't have to come back here. Hopefully, this does not become a traveling road show in front of every private long-term care home in the province or in the country.
But we'll do it if we have to.
But we'll do it if we have to.
We are going to do it.
That's right. We're doing it, and we will do it, and we won't stop. But I think I'm going to say that's it for today. It's been a great honor to be here with you all today. Thank you.
Thank you.